Firefox could be dealt a devastating blow by the recent judgment that aimed to end Google's monopoly. Cisco is reportedly planning more deep cuts as its revenue and earnings drop. The U.S. may insist that it be easier to unsubscribe to offers, and the war on deep fakes. Can we detect them in real time? All this and more on the Yep, It's Really Me edition of Hashtag Trending. I'm your host, Jim Love. Let's get into it. Google's recent legal troubles aimed at opening up the market to competitors could actually spell disaster for Mozilla's Firefox, a popular alternative to Google Chrome. A U.S. district judge found Google in violation of antitrust laws, potentially threatening the lucrative deal that keeps Google as Firefox's default search engine. According to Mozilla's 2022 financial records, over $510 million of their $593 million total revenue came from search engine royalties, with Google being the primary contributor. An unnamed Mozilla spokesperson told Fortune, Mozilla has always championed competition and choice online, particularly in search. We're closely reviewing the court's decision, considering the potential impact on Mozilla and how we can positively influence the next steps. If the court's remedy prevents Google from paying organizations to be their default search engine, Mozilla may need to find alternative revenue sources very quickly. And that's a lot of revenue. Mozilla and Firefox have already been facing some tough revenue challenges. Laura Chambers, Mozilla's interim CEO, now faces a key test of her leadership. As the tech world watches this antitrust case unfold, the future of Firefox and the broader landscape of web browsers hang in the balance, ironically, from an action that was supposed to make for a more competitive marketplace, highlighting the complex relationships between tech giants and their smaller competitors, and the need for both courts and legislators to truly understand the ecosystem that they're regulating. Network giant Cisco is reportedly planning to cut around 4,000 jobs as it shifts focus towards cybersecurity and AI. This comes on the heels of similar layoffs in February, reflecting ongoing challenges in the tech sector. The cuts are expected to be announced as soon as Wednesday, coinciding with Cisco's fourth quarter earnings report. The company has been grappling with declining revenues and profits, with Q4 revenues forecast to be down about 11% year over year. Cisco CEO Chuck Robbins has been pushing to diversify the company's offerings. The recent $28 billion acquisition of Splunk and efforts to establish Cisco as an AI networking vendor are part of this strategy. And Cisco hopes to realize $1 billion worth of AI product orders by the end of its 2025 fiscal year, according to their report. This move mirrors similar actions by tech giants like Intel and Dell, who have also announced significant layoffs recently. And hopefully this shrink to greatness and high-priced acquisitions for new technology will be the ticket to turning around corporate fortunes. And I'm not being cynical, but if anyone has actually seen this strategy work, I'd love to hear about it. The Biden administration has unveiled new proposals aimed at making it easier for Americans to cancel unwanted subscriptions and services. This initiative is part of a broader effort to eliminate what the White House calls unnecessary headaches and hassles faced by consumers. Several federal agencies are involved in this push. The Federal Trade Commission is proposing a rule that would require companies to make canceling a subscription as easy as signing up for one. Meanwhile, the Federal Communications Commission is considering similar rules for the communications industry. The Consumer Financial Protection Bureau is tackling customer service doom loops by proposing a rule that would require companies to allow callers to reach a human representative with a single button press. A White House spokesperson explained, in addition to robbing hardworking families of their valuable time and adding frustration to our daily lives, these hassles cost us money. This consumer-friendly initiative also extends to air travel, with the Department of Transportation now requiring airlines to automatically issue refunds for canceled or significantly changed flights if passengers choose not to accept rebooking options. As these proposals move forward, they promise to reshape how companies will interact with consumers, potentially saving Americans time, money, and frustration in their day-to-day lives. And to Canadian legislators, are you listening? Deep fake technology is advancing rapidly, making it easier than ever to create convincing fake videos. At the recent DEF CON hacker conference, attendees were allowed to create live video deepfakes in seconds, demonstrating how simple it can be to impersonate someone in a video call. These tools were impressive enough when they first hit the market, but over the past few weeks and months, they have gotten, if possible, even easier to use and more convincing. At DEF CON, a reporter participating in the experiment was able to generate a plausible deepfake of celebrity Meghan Markle in about 10 seconds. A CIO friend of mine did the same and sent it to me. It was simply amazing. Recently, it was reported that deepfakes were used to allow North Korean hackers to apply for jobs hiding their true identities. So the potential harm in both corporate and personal life is enormous, and alarm bells are going off as we prepare for the impact of this new technology. But there are some signs we might be able to fight back against this new threat to our security and privacy. Also at DEF CON, DARPA-backed semantic forensics Semaphore demonstrated Semaphore for short, demonstrated a deepfake detection tool at the conference. The detection tool was able to easily and accurately spot a fake that would have fooled the average person. So as deepfake technology continues to evolve, the race between creation and detection tools will intensify. It will also be essential for corporate IT to fully understand this new technology, both the threat and the defense. But as much as we need to keep up at a corporate level, it's also critical we realize how vulnerable we are at a personal level and need to rethink how we share our personal selves online. Deepfakes are not only being used in corporate attacks, but they're being used to victimize individuals, often by creating fake pictures of them involving pornographic pictures referred to as revenge porn. We've posted a link to an organization sponsored by Meta and a number of other companies to assist people who are victimized. It's a confidential service that claims a great success rate. In the show notes, we've also shared a video that gives a stark warning about how deepfakes can affect individuals. But this is a bigger issue, and Hashtag Trending and its sister podcast, Cybersecurity Today, will be devoting several of our weekend shows to this and other AI and security-related topics to help you keep up. Watch this space. And that's our show for today. You can find show notes at our news site, technewsday.com or .ca. Take your pick. Thanks for listening. I'm your host, Jim Love. Have a terrific Tuesday.